Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. As we head towards kickoff, two quarterbacks will be on the field today trying to push their team to victory. It's the Texans going up against the Cowboys. Now we'll head down to Jim Nantz and Phil Simms for this Week 13 matchup.
Cowboys, Texans, coming up on EA Sports as we get late in the season, getting Week 13 kicked off. Hello, friends. Jim Nantz along with Bill Simms. Do we have a little upset special coming your way today? One team's unbeaten.
Well, when you're undefeated going into Week 10, you got to look out because, you know, your players think they're indestructible. They can't make mistakes, but we know they can't. And when you're undefeated, you are always going to get the best from your opponent. So look out today here, Jim. This is going to be tough.
The top team in the NFC will start today on defense. They'll be kicking it away here. The Texans are back deep, ready to return the kickoff. And with that kick, these two rivals are ready to go. And he's met head on right there at the 20. He has twice been named Super Bowl MVP quarterback Eli Manning. First down at the 20. And now on the draw. And it's Geno Atkins there to meet him. Now here's a look at the Texans line up on offense today. They struggle at times to move the ball, so it'll be interesting to see how they fare today. They went with the ground game on first down, bringing up second. The Cowboys defense now is going to go nickel. Manning's going to take it from the gun. And it's batted down. Here's how the Cowboys defense stacks up. It's thanks to this unit that in the takeaway, giveaway category, they rank top 10 in turnover differential. Stewart lined up in the backfield. The Texans from the 22. And he's going to be dropped. And that's a 3 and out for the offense. The Cowboys' first-round pick has his first NFL career sack.
Yeah, how about that? You know, listen, this NFL, it's about two things. Protecting the quarterback and hitting the opposing quarterback. And my man just laid a big hit on that quarterback.
He's going to challenge the punt coverage. That's a pickup of 14. Rodgers, of course, going to be the man at quarterback today. He has a quarterback rating over 120 this season. Inside the 50. The Cowboys this time will go with two tight ends. Here's the handoff. And he is brought down at the 39.
Jim, let's keep our eye on the defense. If they keep giving up runs like this, they're going to have to change what they're doing on the defensive side. Maybe bring another guy down in the box to stop those runs.
The Cowboys have it at the 39. The tackle's made, and the first down is picked up. That's a nice, powerful statement as they establish the run at the beginning of this game.
Yeah, Jim, you're right. I'm going to give the offense a little credit here, but, you know, somewhere, I don't know, maybe the defense is going to have to put some weights in their pockets. You got to hang in there and make the tackle.
The play clock's running down. Rodgers going to take off with it. the catch. Touchdown. And the early momentum in their favor as that touchdown puts them in front here in the first.
Oh, I love that word, momentum. The Big Mo, and Big Mo was on their side. That is a great thing to have and a good feeling as a football team.
It's good. He'll take it from the 1. Gets out past the 20 and brought down at the 24. The Cowboys with an ideal start to this game. The defense making a stop on the opening drive, and then their offense able to drive down and get points right away.
That's what you want to see. You want to see your whole team get incorporated into the game, and that's what's happened so far. The defense spurred things on. Let's see if they can keep it going.
Manning's got 2 tight ends on the field for this snap. They deck him in the backfield.
The Cowboys guessed right on the defensive side that time. They thought it was going to be a run play. They were all over it, and they got it in the backfield and made the tackle.
The Cowboys lined up in the nickel. 2nd down and a long way to go. That's a gain of 8. And that's the type of run I think this offense would take all game long, Phil.
Oh, would they ever? They would love this. This is showing your dominance here. The offensive line doing a good job, but also solid job by the running back picking up some good yards.
The Texans want to convert here, especially after last week's abysmal performance in 3rd down situations. The Texans take it from the 28. Just tosses it incomplete. A nice stop by the defense here in the early going, and now they'll have to kick the football away.
Yeah, good job by the defense. Now, you know, they did their job. Now it's time for this offense to pick it up, take some chances, and start moving this defense around and be more creative.
Let's see what he can do here. Has 12 on this play. The Texans defense comes onto the field after surrendering a touchdown on the last drive.
Well, they're hoping for better results. No question about that, Jim. They got to come out. They got to hustle. There was not enough hustle last time. And the number 1 key for all defensive teams is play hard.
Way to call him out there, partner.
Hey, that's what I do. I like to call him.
And he's on the sidelines out of bounds.
Stacy's a great running back to have on your football team, isn't he? He goes up in there and gets the first down. Now your offense has 3 more chances.
Trying to beat the play clock. Handoff. And Stacy stopped there. This time for 4. And now we'll look at the Cowboys offense. They'll be trying to cut down on the turnovers. A week ago, they gave away the football 2 times. 2nd down here after that run play. The Cowboys will approach this play from out of the pistol. He'll get it again. And they advance the ball onto the other side of the field.
Stacy's a very smart runner. He knows situations in the game. He saw the first down yard markers, and what does he do? He gets past them and picks up the first down.
The Cowboys take it from the 43. Rodgers and Von Miller has him behind the line of scrimmage.
Outside linebackers who can get to the quarterback, they are a rare breed in the NFL because it takes talent, size, speed, everything to do it as a linebacker, and we saw it that time on display.
Throws the pass. Look at that concentration as he makes the grab. That's reception number 2 for him.
It's just a good example of how the NFL has changed. If you want a big play, you don't always have to throw it down the field or design something special. To throw it to these receivers short, we can see they're able to take short passes, break tackles, and with their talent, they get long gains.
reaches out and snatches it.
You know, when you throw the football like that down the field, you pick up a first down. Now you can do anything you want on the offensive side, and you got that defense guessing.
First down at the 17. They go screen with Stacy. And a gain of 4. Here's how the Texans defense, they will try for the first time this season to stop the running game. The offense heads to the line for the 7th play of the drive. The Texans defense brings in an extra member of the secondary. They'll go nickel. 2nd and 6. They'll go draw. And that gains 1.
Stacy's never able to build up that power that he has as a running back when there's nowhere to go. Hey, there's nowhere to go. That's a short game.
The Cowboys now facing 3rd down. A week ago, they were up to the challenge in these spots. They better hurry to get the snap. Double tight end formation. Rodgers on the move. Pass is made, but the hit knocks the ball out. Incomplete. Well, that was some defensive effort that time to knock the ball away and deny the reception.
Yeah, beautiful job. A good defense called by the defensive coordinator, but the defender timed it perfectly, and that's what it's all about in the NFL. You got to time up these throws and catches and hits exactly, and the defender did it that time. That was a good hold, good kick, 3 points. Good job by the offense.
And the tackle's made right around the 25-yard line. The Texans offense failed to muster a single first down the last time they had it. Let's see if their offense this time can create a few sparks.
Well, you know the coaches were upset at them when they went to the sideline, so the sense of urgency is there. You should be fired up, and I expect a better drive this time.
Geno Atkins gets the sack.
Defensive tackles, we always think of them as run stoppers. How about this that time? He does a great job, gets in there and sacks the quarterback.
Press coverage all the way. Stewart lined up as the single back. And Niles Paul has the catch. That's his first reception today.
I don't know what the answer is when it comes to guarding these tight ends now. There's just not much you can do. I'll tell you the best way to stop the tight end, rush the quarterback.
The Texans need to get to the 35 to pick up a first. Manning's got it in the gun. And he's going to be sacked. So just 3 plays and out for the offense.
When you blitz on 3rd down, you hope to get to the quarterback. Here's why. Because there are less defensive backs back there. The chances of giving up the big play are pretty high. But the rush, they're quick enough. They get there and they sack the QB.
Gains 12. The Cowboys on a quest for their 3rd straight scoring drive here, Phil. They've been having their way with that defense on these last few possessions.
Well, let me say this, Jim. It's not that easy to score points in the NFL. Not the way they're making it look. And they're confident. They look like they're fast. They're fresh. They're rested. It's been fun to watch. Good job by the defense. They stopped the offense that time on 1st down. Now the defense is in a good situation.
Loss of a couple that time. 2nd and 12 to the ground. He's got a wide open alley for a gain of about 5. He's averaging 5 yards per carry on the day.
Nice run that time. When you run the football like this over a period of time, it's going to wear that defense out. There's no doubt about it. Nice job by the offensive line.
3rd down and 8. Boyd's got it on a pass. Had some heat on it.
Rodgers' job is to sell that play fake, and boy, did he do it that time. It fooled the defense, and they get the completion. Well, this early in the game, to watch the opposing offense march down the field and get inside the 20, this keeps the defense, they might be shaking a little, but if they stop them here to a field goal try or worse, that'll get their confidence back.
Second and 10 coming up.
Get ready.
Rodgers standing back in the shotgun, ready for the snap. Takes the hit, throws.
Man, the quarterback, the coaches, his teammates, everybody loves to see a player give that type of effort. How about the receiver just going all out to make the catch? Doesn't quite get there, but the effort is outstanding.
Third and 10. Jordan Matthews brings it in. And that's going to do it for the first quarter. We'll be back to Houston, Texas for the start of the second after the break.
Snickers. You're not you when you're hungry. Snickers satisfies.
Welcome back to the action. Today, it's been all about the defenses. Coming to the line at the 8. First down here after the completion. And the second quarter is underway with this snap. 6 for the Cowboys. He now has 11 touchdown receptions on the season. Another touchdown early in the second quarter. And, Phil, we met with this team and the coaches. Did you have any idea they were going to come out with this kind of start?
No, I didn't, Jim. They're doing a terrific job on the offensive side and scoring those points. I love what they're doing on the defensive side. Hey, when it's not working, you know what you do? You change game plans. That's what I want to see from the defense.
The Cowboys for the point after. Add the extra point. The kick is good. The Texans are getting ready for the return. And can they return to a competitive state in this one as the game is starting to get out of hand? The score's 17-0. He's got a chance to return this one. And he's tackled right at about the 28-yard line. The Texans have put their quarterback in some really tough positions today. Manning's trying to stay upright and make the plays, but it's tough to do so when you're constantly being hit.
Yeah, no matter what you do as a quarterback, though, you can't start looking at the pass rush. You have to keep your focus down the field, and you can't flinch.
First down at the 28. Heaving it down the field. Brandon Flowers picks off that pass. Early in the second, and this offense is looking at a long day ahead.
Ooh, are you ever. Here we are early in the second. You said that, Jim, and all I can say is keep your head down, keep working, and try to get better. There will be better days ahead.
The Cowboys off. Preparing to get this drive underway. Their last drive actually ended in a touchdown, Phil. We'll see if they still have it in them to issue a repeat performance.
Well, what you saw in that last drive was everything just came together perfectly for him. The experience of the football team, the talent of the players, and the coaches helped them out, and they got it done.
That's second down coming up. An extra tight end on the field for this one. Gets the handle here. Met by Vaughn Miller.
Stacy's a dangerous runner when you give him room to run, but there is no room this time. What a job by the defense. They bottle him up for a short gain.
It'll be 3rd down. The Texans with 2 extra defensive backs in the dime. He'll stand back beyond the center in the gun. 2 hands on the football and has the catch. The Cowboys are leading in this one, and a lot of that goes back to the play of this quarterback, Phil. Rodgers been in rhythm so far today.
He has been in rhythm. He is hot. Some days, Jim, when you warm up, you know you have it, and that's what happened to this guy today. When he was warming up, he had it, and he has it in the game.
How about the way he always locks in and concentrates on the catch?
Man, he's got hands like glue. When you shake his hand, he can break yours because that's how strong they are. So not surprised to see him just reach out and just snatch the football out of the air.
Rodgers now completed 4 in a row. They need to get the play off. Rodgers back in shotgun formation. He's got the catch. No stopping him now. That's a touchdown. Oh, my goodness. Can you believe this score?
Hard to believe, isn't it? Here in the NFL, you don't see this too often, especially early in the second quarter where you think one team has absolutely no chance of winning this game today.
Extra point was good. The Texans have really just been outplayed in every facet of this game. Really just looking for any sort of answer. The score's 24-0. The Texans ready to take that football down the field. Here's Rodgers. Gets out past the 20 and brought down at the 24. The Texans hope to get things going here. They have been anything but productive here in quite some time. 3 consecutive drives that have led to nowhere.
Well, let's give a lot of credit to the defensive side, especially the defensive line. They are absolutely taking it to the offense. They are beating them up, and the defensive line is winning the battles like this. It's all about the defense. So many times when you drop a football in the NFL, a pass like that, it's because of lack of concentration. You're just not serious about what you're doing.
The Cowboys with a nickel look here on defense. 2nd and 10. And they take him down.
The offensive coordinator's just got to make some adjustments here. They can't stop the defensive line from sacking the quarterback, so either keep the tight end in or keep the halfback in to help block for the QB.
The Texans need to get to the 34 for a 1st down. Marvin Brown with the catch.
Texans put themselves in a terrible situation. 3rd and long, but you know what? They got a lot of talent on the offensive side, and that was an awesome job of picking up that 1st down.
The Texans have it at the 34. Stewart's going to get it from the eye. Stewart's met after a gain of 13.
If you're running back and you want more carries, do things like this. Read the defense right, read the blocking, and pick up 1st downs. That's a really good job by the running back.
1st and 10. Niles Paul with the reception.
Texans did a good job there on first down. That pass picks up some good solid yards. Now second and short, much easier to call those kind of plays.
Second down and 1. Jonathan Stewart with the football. The Texans run the risk right now of having to abandon the running game. Stewart's had a really hard time of it, and right now his team with it behind knows they have to get him to step up.
Well, they do. You want your running back to step up. And when you see a running game struggle like we have seen so far here today, Jim, it always comes down to this. The offensive line is getting dominated, so there's no chance for the running back to get anything done. The offensive line, they've got to change up.
Set up now at the 37. The Cowboys defense now is going to go nickel. Midway, second quarter. Handoff to Jonathan Stewart. And it's James Laurinaitis in on the tackle.
The Cowboys defensive coordinator, my gosh, he is one happy guy. Anytime you get in the backfield and stop a runner and make him lose yards, that's some good stuff.
Second and 11. Finds his mark.
Texans that time, they can't get big yards, but the throw and catch picks up a few, and his third down's much easier with this situation.
The Texans lineup, split backfield. The Texans snap it at the 31. And Williams has got taking it all the way home for the touchdown.
Well, Jim, it's almost impossible to guard these guys nowadays as they go down the field. These wide receivers, they have feet like ballerinas, and even though you get tight coverage, they're so quick, they can get open and make the catches.
The Cowboys are ready to run back this kick. Takes off from the 5. And he's tackled just past the 20. We'll mark it at the 22-yard line. The Cowboys offense looks unstoppable. Touchdown drives the last 2 times they've had it. Here they go again, Phil.
Yeah, they've been very good, Jim. They're taking advantage of situations and scoring touchdowns, and we know that's what you must do. If you don't get these touchdowns, what happens later in the game always comes back to bite you. Nothing like a running back who fights for every extra yard. When you get that extra yard or 2, what it does, it just creates better situations for your offense.
The Cowboys take it from the 28. Rodgers taking off. Matthews with the reception. And Matthews has been option 1, 2, and 3 on offense today, Phil, as he just keeps piling up receptions at the wideout position.
Jim, he just has that special skill. He knows how to get open, and the quarterback is putting the football on the money.
Stacy inside. A foot race to the end zone. And Stacy stopped there. He's now past the 100-yard mark on the day.
Stacy's able to show everybody why he should get the football more. Good job that time, finding his way and picking up a first down.
First down and 10. Rodgers running away from the pressure. And he'll step out of bounds. The defense on its heels. Football sits at the 5-yard line. Almost intercepted.
Good job that time by the defensive player. He reads the quarterback, gets in position down near his own end zone, knocks that pass down.
Now looking at third down. He'll take the snap from the gun. Middle of the field and incomplete this time.
That's not good timing between the receiver and the quarterback. The quarterback that time throws it too quick and too far in front to the receiver on the slant route.
And he converts here on the field goal try. We're nearing the half, and this game looks like it might be under control after that field goal.
And what you got to do, you've got the lead. Keep things going. Don't take the old foot off the gas pedal. Man, stop it and try to bury this team.
And the tackle's made right around the 25-yard line. The defense marching back out there for this next possession, and what's been a stellar first half for them, and thanks in no small part to the man you're looking at right there.
Well, I like what this defense has done so far in the game and what they have shown. You know, on the defensive side, it's always about energy, but they have shown tremendous discipline.
Stewart's tackled down at the 36.
You're running back in this league and you pick up first downs and you don't fumble the football, I promise you one thing, you're going to get more carries.
Stewart lined up as the single back. 1st and 10. Gets his feet down right near the chalk. That's another reception, giving him 2.
Quarterbacks love throwing the football against cover 3. The defense is trying to stop the big pass plays down the field so you can clearly see when somebody's around the receiver. Throw it out there near the sideline. Get these easy completions.
Manning's completion percentage, 60%. At the 45-yard line. Welcome back, and we're coming out of the 2-minute warning.
Look what the defensive line is doing. They're all pinching down inside. They're expecting a run.
Stands in the pocket. Atkins in his face and takes him down. Time for the hurry-up offense. Manning's going to take the snap from the shotgun. Scans the field. Touchdown, Houston. Manning's put up now 10 touchdown passes on the season.
What a throw by the quarterback for a touchdown. It was just really nice. He threw it beautifully, right on target. Touchdown.
Extra point is good. The Cowboys certainly wanted to go into the half with a bigger lead than they have now. We'll see what they do before the first half ends. Scores 27-14. And he's tackled just past the 20. We'll mark it at the 22-yard line. The Cowboys have had a smart and snappy first half, and that's reflected on the scoreboard.
Sounds like the way I dress. Smart and snappy. That is me. But, you know, hey, it's been a good first half for the offense. They want to keep it going. I'm sure they will.
Oh, and almost picked off that time.
That was excellent man-to-man coverage that time. When you want to shut down a receiver, really the only way to do it is to man up and play him one-on-one.
The Cowboys from the 22. The catch is made. That's his first reception today.
So far, wonderful execution in this drive. When you get a chance to get out of bounds, here the offensive player got the yardage, had a chance, gets out of the bounds, stops the clock. Good job by the offense.
The Texans lined up in the nickel. Now 1st and 10. Could have been intercepted.
That was an incomplete pass that time against cover 2, the 2 deep safeties. And you really want to throw the football down the middle or deep down the sidelines. That time the quarterback didn't do that, and that's why it was incomplete.
Has his target. Breaks free. No one's going to get him now. And in for the touchdown. The late touchdown here in the second quarter gives them a nice lead with the intermission looming, Phil.
Yeah, great job on their side. They got a nice lead, but I just want to give you a little warning now. This is professional football, and those are professionals on the other side, and they will fight back. So be ready to come out here and play the same way in the second half.
Able to move past the 20 and brought down at the 23. The Texans really have this offense cranking, Phil. They've scored on their last 2 series.
You know, what we see now in the NFL, so many different ways to move an offense. Screens, run plays, power plays, trick plays. Right now, everything's working on the offensive side.
Breaks out of the tackle. Stewart's tackled down at the 43. Looks like they're in press coverage here. The Texans take it from the 43. Has 12 on this play. The Texans decide to take a timeout here, leaving them with only 1. The offense is set at the line for the first down after that completion. Out of the shotgun. Jarring hit that time. Knocks the ball free.
Williams is really hit hard that time. And I know the football hit his hands, but when a defender times it perfectly like that, with that much power and speed going into that receiver, you are going to let that football go. That's human nature. Really good job by the defensive player.
Brown makes the grab. Gains 12. The Texans trail right now, but the passing game has been strong. Manning's been dropping back and finding targets so far.
Yeah, you're saying it right. They are behind, but it's not the fault of the offense. The offensive line giving this quarterback protection, and when you give him time, he's one of the best in the NFL.
Brings it in along the sideline. That's his 3rd catch of the day.
Well, when you talk about throwing these sideline routes or the out route, it is about timing. When that receiver makes that break to go towards the sideline, that football has to be in the air. Nice throw and catch that time.
Looking across the middle. Manning will take the snap from the shotgun. Jonathan Stewart with the catch. Picks up 8 here.
Situations you go over so many times in practice and training camp. Know what's going on the offensive side, how to preserve time. Good job that time by the offensive player. Get out of bounds and giving his team more chances to get it done here in the first half.
It's an empty backfield for Manning this time. 3rd down and 2. Got the completion. Houston in the end zone. That's his first touchdown catch of the season.
Tight ends are becoming a bigger and bigger part of the passing offense in the NFL. It leads to a touchdown this time. Nice job by the big guy just getting in position to make the catch.
The Cowboys about to receive the kickoff just before halftime. Perhaps they can do something with it to increase their lead. Currently scores 34-21. Able to move past the 20 and brought down at the 23. The Cowboys offense has played a magnificent first half of football here.
Look, at halftime, there's going to have to be some adjustments made by both teams on the defensive side, and I don't know what they do. I would just start out with this. Just be more aggressive and get those players into the game.
Should have had it. We've reached halftime, and we'll be sending it back to our studio and Larry Ridley as we continue with the NFL on EA Sports. All right, Larry, thank you for all of those updates. And now the teams are coming back onto the field, and we're about to get the second half started. The Cowboys offense takes the field. Let's see if this momentum can carry over from the first half, because they have been brilliant to this point, partner.
Yeah, a lot of things change in that locker room at halftime. You know, you might feel good about what you've done. Of course, you got to realize the defense might be upset and is willing to come out here and take more chances in the second half.
Here's a quarterback who is one of the best, and he's showing that again today, Phil.
Yeah, he is, Jim. You know, during the offseason, he worked so hard on his football game, learning to make better decisions, but he really works hard on throwing the football, and that's why he's one of the more consistent quarterbacks in the NFL. Nice situation here for the offense. They're winning the football game. Now they're in the red zone. Looks
has it. Touchdown. We're early in the third, and they may be starting to pull away.
What a job coming out at halftime and just finding a way to score, put more points on the board, and pull away from your opponent. That is good halftime adjustments.
Let's go. Rodgers now going to leave the pocket, and they get the sack. So they give up the touchdown, but they do not allow the two-point play.
Yeah, good job that time by the defense. So quick and so ready for that play. They reacted very fast. That's why they stopped it.
The Texans ready to receive the kick. It's Rodgers taking a knee, and the touchback will bring the ball to the 20. The Texans head back onto the field with their offense. We're going to see if they can keep the scoring onslaught going, as we've seen touchdowns on consecutive possessions here, Phil.
Jim, these teams are so hot. And when you're hot like this on the offensive side, you just look at the coach and say, keep sending them in, because we're going to make it work.
Neutral zone infraction, defense.
Defense was trying to guess the snap count, and it cost them there. First down at the 25. Going deep, looking for Demaryius Thomas. It's intercepted. Another low light to add to the list for this offense with a third quarter interception.
Did you just call me a low life? Is that what you said? Oh, no, you meant low light, like a bad moment. Oh, that's right. Yeah, it's just another bad moment for the offense.
A lot of things have to go wrong in any game for it to be this one-sided. But you look at the matchup at running back, and it's certainly just one more thing that stands out.
Yeah, when you run the football well, we all know you control the tempo of the game, and also you get in all the situations that favor your offense and your defense. That's why they're blowing the other team out.
And Stacy stopped there, this time for 8.
When you talk about cattle runs, what we just saw that time, the defense thinks the play's going one way, then a pulling guard or tackle comes around and catches a defensive lineman off guard and makes a good block.
Play clock's running down. They'll run it here. And that'll be a gain of about 2. Phil, today we've seen a running back who was putting up some big rushing totals.
Jim, sometimes I get tired of talking about the quarterbacks and wide receivers, how well they're doing. What a good change of pace to watch the game evolve around a running back. And, man, this guy is taking advantage of those opportunities.
The Cowboys have it at the 44. Still powering ahead. And Stacy stopped there. He's got over 110 yards rushing on the day. And it's now 2nd down and 5 after running it on first down. The play clock's running down. Handoff out of the I formation. Gets about 4 yards that time.
If you want to run the football with success, you're going to have plays like this where they pick up very little yardage. Don't listen to the fans. Keep running it, and it'll work.
Now 3rd and short, following the run. Trying to beat the play clock. And now here's Stacy on the toss. And he's taken down, but not until he picks up the first. He's averaging right around 7 yards per carry on the game.
I think the coach on the sidelines, he's going to be happy with every first down because he knows that's more time off the clock. When you're up like this, multiple scores in the second half, every first down just puts the odds in your favor of winning this game. This tight end's very talented. He's a good run blocker and also a good receiver. Makes a nice catch on that throw.
Play number 6 coming up on this drive. They're back at the line after that catch for a first down. They'll go ground. And Alonso in on the tackle.
The Cowboys have really been dominant today on the offensive side. In the red zone now, they just take the football and they run it right at the defense and pick up solid yards.
They better hurry to get the snap. The Cowboys break huddle and show a jumbo look. And Stacy stopped there.
Well, not many yards get there on that play, but it doesn't matter. What a day and what a job this running back has done here.
Third down. They want to keep feeding him the football. The Cowboys get a first down.
First down by the offense in the red zone, and, you know, if you're on the defensive side, you don't have to worry about deep passes anymore. You can be more aggressive and take some chances.
They need to get the play off. Gets it again. Picks up maybe 3.
Well, that last play almost got them in here, and when you look at this, what do? Well, you just want to punch it in. There's a lot of different scenarios. You could do a play-action fake, probably get somebody wide open, or have a running back just jump over the top for the touchdown.
Defense ready in the goal line formation on this one. Touchdown, Dallas Cowboys. His 11th rushing touchdown of the year. This is going to be a true statement win for them today.
They are serving notice to the rest of the NFL that this is what they want to do the rest of the year, and that is be sharp on offense, be physical on defense, and this is what can happen. You can win in a blowout.
The Texans ready to take that football down the field. Rodgers on the return. And the tackle's made right around the 25-yard line. The Texans offense back on the field trying to make up for that costly mistake. The last time they had the ball, the turnover they committed immediately turned into points against them.
Yeah, it did, Jim, but you know what? It's not a perfect game. You got to deal with adversity when you're talking about football. So you made that mistake, let it go and go out there, be aggressive, and see if you can score some points. Good job by the defensive line standing in there and fighting, and they hold the running back to a short gain.
2nd and 9. Handoff made.
When you run the football like this and you show toughness, there is no doubt when you fake it and try to throw the football down the field, the quarterback's going to have all day to get it done.
The Cowboys defense brings in an extra member of the secondary. They'll go nickel. Looking at every option. Mike Williams has the grab. That's reception number 4 for him.
Well, that'll make you feel a little better. Finally getting a first down. You're down big in the second half, and you're on the offensive side. Don't look for the quick score. Just look to pick up positive yards and hope it leads you to a score later.
1st and 10. Jonathan Stewart with the football. Stewart's tackled right at the 42. The Texans have tried a couple of different ways to get the running game going, but it hasn't paid off. Stewart's been stopped from the first quarter.
Running game has no chance. That's obvious. We've seen it here today, and it's time for this offense to open it up. Quit trying to run the football. And
ball's on the ground. He's brought down. What a lucky break this time. They fumble, but they recover it and maintain possession.
NFL teams, the offense, every single day they work with anybody that's going to handle the football. How to hold it, he didn't do a good job that time. That's why he fumbled.
Stewart is in the backfield. Going deep. And it's incomplete.
That incompletion by the quarterback, hey, I give the quarterback no fault. That was just tremendous coverage by the secondary player. He's in position and able to make the football be incomplete.
And he punts it, and it's going to sail out of bounds, trying to play kick away from that dangerous returner. The Cowboys obviously came up with a great message in the locker room at halftime, partner, as they have opened up the lead here in the third.
I love what they've done, Jim. They went at halftime, and they came up with some new formations. And those new formations have caught the defense by surprise.
He's averaging right around 7 yards per carry on the game.
All right, coaches, don't get greedy. Be decisive over there on the sideline. Do what's best for your football team. Keep getting those first downs and letting that clock just keep running. You got a big lead here in the second half. Don't take any chances.
And Stacy stopped there. Ends up picking up 8. They came out here in the first half and established the run, and they haven't let up since halftime.
They haven't. We have a very good run offensive line out here today. We got a really good running back, and the coaches, they kept giving the running back the football, and they are getting it done.
The Cowboys have a big game today after a tremendous outing last week.
My gosh, he is so hot. Here's what we'll probably hear after the game is over today, because he's been catching so many passes. I'm sure he's going to talk about his contract, and we know what that means. He needs more money. Nice catch that time by the receiver on the slant route. Quarterback puts it right on target. Jim, the offensive coordinator's done a terrific job so far here today. He's got his team winning. You're in the red zone. Let's see how clever he's going to be on this call.
The blowout continues. Another touchdown. This game is really out of hand now. Still just the third quarter, but I think we're close to being able to put this one in the books.
Oh, yeah. Get that OW column and put a slash underneath it, because they have won the game, and they deserve to win, Jim, with their enthusiasm, the emotion they have shown, and playing such solid football.
Rodgers fields the kick. And the tackle's made right around the 25-yard line. The Texans didn't get much out of that last drive, so now here they come again on offense. I'm sure they're going to be a little bit more of an urgency to the offense this time.
Well, I'll just say this to you, Jim Nance. I sure hope so. After that last drive, that was just too generic, wasn't very well thought out, and they got to change what they're doing on the offensive side.
Got to give that defense a little credit, though, don't you?
Well, yeah, the defense did its job, but, man, that was pretty easy.
We head to the fourth quarter, and both of these teams are looking to just stay healthy. And my man, Phil Simms, is looking for a To escape early to the airport. We've got a blowout, and we're back after this. Stewart lined up in the backfield.
Neutral zone infraction, defense.
Players from both sides making an appeal, but the officials saw it on the defense. Shotgun look here for Eli Manning. He'll take the snap, the first here in the fourth quarter. Brown's got the catch and the first.
All you can do is your job, and that was a good job by the offense, picking up the first down. You're down big in the second half. Hey, don't worry about the score right now. Just find ways to execute plays and get down there and score a touchdown.
The Texans take it from the 38. And Niles Paul has the catch. The Texans still trail, but as we look at the passing numbers, it's hard to find much fault with them. Manning's numbers, though, speak to a team that could be winning if other things like their defense were doing their part here, partner.
Well, yeah, that's right. The defense has got to hold their end up, but the offense, they've been very, very good. The quarterback has been accurate. He has been smart, and that always gives you a chance when your quarterback is playing that well.
The corners are going to meet the receivers right on the line of scrimmage. The Texans will take the snap from the 30. Got a flag down here. Gains 16.
Holding, defense.
They'll decline the penalty and let the play stand.
Anytime your team is down, you're inside the other team's red zone, you look for one of your star players, your quarterback, wide receiver, or running back. They need to make a big play here.
Nowhere to go as this will be a loss of 3. Play number 6 coming up on this drive. The Cowboys with a nickel look here on defense. 2nd and 13. Handoff to Jonathan Stewart. Stewart's tackled down after a gain of 10.
The Texans know once they get inside the 20-yard line, you have to be able to run the football also. It can't be pass, pass, pass all the time. The offensive line comes through. Good, solid run that time.
Manning's going to take it from the gun. Marlon Brown with the catch. Houston, touchdown. Phil, I got to give him credit. They have not given up, even though a lot of teams were thrown in the towel after that horrendous start.
Well, in this game, you should never give up for many, many reasons. One, this is what you do for a living. So you want to have pride, but just keep playing like the score is 0-0. And when it's over, if you lose, just learn from the experience and try to do better next week.
And the tackle's made right around the 25-yard line. The Cowboys back on the field with their offense now. They've scored on each of their last 2 drives and have to be feeling pretty confident right now at the start of this one.
Yeah, it is amazing what the mind can do sometimes on the football field. You go out there and you score, and you feel like nothing can stop you. So would not be surprised to see him to go out there and have success again.
The Cowboys line up in the pistol offense. Here's the handoff, and they'll run it. And that's a gain of 10.
What a good job by the running back that time. He reads the blocks very well, and he picks his way through there and picks up a first down. That's nice.
Play clock's running down. He'll get it again. They'll mark him at the 41.
This is one good tackling defense. They stay in good position at all times, and we saw it that time, and they stopped the play for a short gain.
2nd down and 8. The Cowboys now move the chains. That's another reception. Give him 2. First down, offense readying for the snap. The play clock's running down. They give it to him on the counter. And it's Von Miller who takes a stand.
Nice job that time by the defense. They were ready for the run. Nowhere for the running back to go. And they stop him for a short gain.
2nd down and 9. Another handoff right back to him. And he is tackled at the 44.
Always good to have these types of runs. Yeah, it's not a first down, but it sends a message. It shows everybody that you can run it when you want to. And also, it opens up so many other things for your offense.
Trying to beat the play clock. Got hit on release. Quigley will be called on now to punt the football. That punt could not have been better struck. And now the defense has the advantage with the opposition, with their backs to their own end zone. The Texans take the field again on offense. They'll be looking for a repeat of their last drive. They came away with a touchdown and really had the defense on its heels.
Well, it's going to be hard to repeat what they just did because it looked so easy and it was well done by their offense. And I think when you talk about situations like this, it really comes down to one thing. Can the offensive line continue to dominate?
2nd down, and they must be careful at this point. Second down and 10. Jonathan Stewart with the football.
The Texans know one of the worst things you could do in the NFL is lose yardage on a run play. They do it that time on 2nd down, and now they have 3rd and long, and the coach is going, well, what do you want me to call? Not many things can work on 3rd and long.
3rd and 12. He's going to be brought down, and that's going to be a 3 and out for this offense.
The Texans know what a situation they were in right there, and it was a tough one. 3rd and long, what are you going to do? Well, they decide to run the football, and I agree with that. If you try to throw it down the field, it probably was going to lead to a mistake.
He's got a chance for a return. Tackled at the 29-yard line. That return's good for about 30.
The Cowboys love this type of play. Of course, everybody would. When you get a good punt return, that's what you want. And, of course, it helps when you have an explosive punt returner back there.
The Cowboys heading back out there on offense, hoping to improve on their last possession, which ended rather quickly with a punt.
Yeah, I think what they got to do, they got to come out and be a little more creative. Get the defense off guard. Make them think over there. That was too generic what they did on the offensive side. If you want to score, show some ingenuity.
The Cowboys take it from the 23. Clinton Dix there to take him down.
Got to give a lot of credit to the defense. They were all over the run that time, and they only give up a short gain. Well, Jim, what a day for this offense. You know, they're blowing the team out, and here they are once again in the red zone. Hey, listen, if I was them, I'd go ahead and try to punch it in one more time.
He's averaging about 4 yards a carry.
Good job that time by the offense. They pick up a first down inside the 20-yard line. Now we'll see if they can punch it in and get 7 points.
First down at the 18. Back to the ground. Picks up about 5.
Cowboys, they can do it all. Once they get in the red zone, they have the passes, the screens. They can throw it down to the back of the end zone. And how about that play? They can run the football right at you if they want to. And that time they picked up some good yards on that run.
The Cowboys had a tight victory a week ago, and they seem to be thinking now, why keep it close in this one? They've been in control from the start of this one, Phil.
That tight victory last week, they just gave them confidence, and they have come out today. And right from the very start, they have been hot and they have been smoking. What a job of it.
3rd and 8. And here's the toss. Gains 14.
Well, that's just the right call to make. In this situation, just run the football. Don't try to be some genius and catch the defense off guard. Manage the clock and just get this game over with.
Goal line defense on the field. Back to the ground now on first down. Coming up to the line at the 2.
Get ready.
2nd and goal from the 2. Play fake. Almost intercepted that time.
Jim, I just want to say this to the quarterback. It's 3rd and goal. If the play's not there, throw it away. Do not force the action.
This will be the 8th play of this drive. Ready to make the stop on the goal line. Loading up that defensive front. And that's a touchdown late in this one. My goodness, Phil. There's certainly not a whole lot of sportsmanship down on the field right now.
Yeah, this is getting to a point where even I'm starting to feel bad for the losing team. And maybe it is time to call off the proverbial dog and let this game just finish a little bit more mercifully.
Rodgers going to run this one out. And the tackle's made right around the 25-yard line. The Texans offense comes back onto the field, and there's nothing they can do to pull out victory here. Just a snap or two, and then it's on to the locker room to explain this loss, Phil.
Yeah, listen, today was not their day. The other team was just better. Give some credit to the defense, but the offense was not sharp, and I don't think the game plan coming into today's game was the one they needed to try and run.
Most times, Phil, a rivalry game comes down to the wire, but this was one-sided today.
Yeah, Jim, when you play a rivalry game, it's that for a reason, because you know them so well. Then you come out here and just get destroyed. That hurts your confidence. It makes you worry about what you're doing. A lot of things to correct after this game.
So for Phil Simms and all the crew at EA Sports, Jim Nantz saying so long for now.